Welcome, everyone. This is Elsie Kerns, and this is our July Divine Feminine Gathering meeting. And tonight, our special guest, her picture is here with two of the kids from Madagascar, is Karen Cohen. And her story just really touched my heart, and it's quite incredible. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with everyone tonight. But before we do that, we're going to do our 1 minute meditation. If I can find it, here we are. We're going to do our cleansing prayer. So let's just take a moment. You can just close your eyes, and we're going to do this cleansing prayer, which is what I got from youareluminous.com, that website. And it says, and you might want to put one hand over the other at the heart center. I am now choosing to cleanse myself and release any and all thought forms, beings, situations, and energies that are no longer of service to my highest and greatest good. Across all planes of my existence, across all universes and lifetimes, I ask that all energies that are less than love be transmuted for the highest good of all. And so it is. So let's take a breath and become present. And I want to introduce Karen, who's a retired Philadelphia school teacher and the founder of Overwhelm. And I want her to share her story tonight, and I think you'll be as inspired as I was. So I'm going to stop the share for a moment, and we're going to go to speaker view. And Karen, welcome to the
Thank
Divine
you.
Feminine Gathering. Right.
And thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it so much.
Great. So I just want to mention in the beginning of this that I spent a lot of time with Verizon on the phone today, and they are getting me some extra coverage um, because sometimes my words are not syncing, but tonight it seems to be going okay. They must have done something right over there. So, Karen, take it away because um, you really have a personal story and then you've expanded that to a global story. So, why don't you start at the beginning and tell us how you wound up and why in Madagascar?
Oh, thank you. So, hello, everyone. Nice to see you. And I want just real quick, Rogers, I invited Rogers. He's part of my story, and how we connected is special to my heart, and I think his as well. So, I am a retired teacher. I taught for 30 years. And I did teach in the Philadelphia School District for 2 years. And that's where I saw where people needed help. And that was the start of my heart telling me to give to others that don't have. So that's where it started. And I would give students clothes for my cousin. I would find, anything that was affordable in my eyes, which wasn't a lot. I would donate whatever it took, lip gloss, chocolate, donated clothes for my cousin. So that's where it really started. And I took that with me when I taught. So I was a firm believer in teaching about social skills and always being kind to your friend and your family. How can we help the earth? How can we help others? So that's kind of where, like if you were going to put something in a mold, that's where the mold stayed with me. Fast forward. Now let's rewind 2 years ago. My father, at the age of 82, became depressed. And we just thought, okay, he'll get on some meds. We'll take some walks, etc., and he would get better. So he wasn't getting better. And I got this phone call at school that my father had passed, and unfortunately, he committed suicide.
Hmm.
And he and I were extremely close. And I thought, how am I going to get out of this? I can't believe it happened. How do you tell your friends or anyone that your father took his life, especially at 82? I just never heard of it. So I took the summer off from work. I used to be the camp director at the JCC and I needed time. And then I realized that time wasn't enough for me. So I sat my family down and I said, next summer, I'm going to go away. I need to reflect and get myself together. Sure, do what you need to do. I decided to volunteer in the bush in South Africa. So I signed up for that. I signed up 2 more weeks to visit safari. And I thought, you know what? 3 weeks is not enough for me because I'm feeling sorry for myself. So at this point, I was really thinking about myself. Karen is sad. It's all about Karen right now. And I took a look at the globe. I'm like, okay, well, I'm in South Africa. I want to go somewhere different. I don't want to go to like France, London, where everyone else goes. I just want to go somewhere different. I'm like, oh, there's Madagascar, which is, it's an island off the coast of Africa. It's in the Indian Ocean, for those of you that aren't aware. And I called the travel agent. I said, book me to Madagascar. Don't even tell me, just book it. So they booked it. And I got off the airplane after I did my volunteer work, went to Cape Town, went on safari. I still felt sorry for myself. Those 3 weeks I was gone, the 3 weeks I was in Africa, yeah, I was still feeling sorry for myself and I was still crying. And it was just, poor Karen feeling sorry for herself. So I go to Madagascar. And then all of a sudden, things changed for me. I get to the big city of Antananarivo, and now I'm seeing little kids running on the streets without shoes on. And I'm seeing poverty like I never saw. Okay, we'll take it with a grain of salt. Then I get to the village, and I'm going to show you typical. I have this, what a village looks like. I don't know how many of you can see it, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So I was in this type of environment. Obviously, being an American, I was never there before. And now I'm looking at not just kids running on the street barefoot, everyone, not just running around barefoot, no water. And then I see little girls about 8, 9 years old doing their laundry in this river that was infested. So all of a sudden, Karen was not thinking of herself anymore. My heart just, I went back to Karen again. And I just wanted to save everyone because it's not okay. And I'm thinking, where's the government? Why isn't anyone helping them? Why are they walking 6 miles for dirty water? Why don't they have enough food? Okay, so, you can ask yourself that all you want, but unless someone is willing to help you, how are you going to do this? So I come home, thought about the kids, reached out to the tour guide, and I told him the truth, how I felt. And he said, oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you reached out to me because no one believes me. The people at the camp don't believe me how much the kids and the families need help. So that became, well, what can we do? Well, some of the children need flip-flops. Well, how much do you need? I'll get them. So August, September. So about 4 months later, I'm going back to the village with over 300 flip-flops. And my heart was like, it's like watching the movie E.T. when his heart is glowing, that heart comes back. I felt like E.T. My heart came back and it was glowing. And I felt like I was in my place where I belonged because I saw the light. I saw their faces light up over one pair of flip-flops. And how many flip-flops do Americans wear? Americans, some of us have like 6 pairs for every outfit. So I had a couple of meetings at the camp and we decided to move forward with getting some fresh water for the villages and then, eventually get some schools going. I even had a school named after my dad. But the fresh water was so important because they can grow crops with that. They can grow, not just fruit and crops, but take a bath in clean water, do laundry with clean water. So I came back home and worked a lot trying to get established. And it took until March of this year to create Philowell. So, with that being said, then Rogers comes in the picture. I wish I could see Rogers' face. I can't even see your face, Rogers. So, my
I'm here. I'm here.
There he is.
I can see you. Yeah.
So Rogers, he connected on LinkedIn with me, and typically I don't really message people on LinkedIn. But my father was very passionate about Drexel University. I always bought my dad t-shirts and keychains from Drexel. He was upset with me I didn't go there. Sorry, Dad. But Rogers connected with me. And again, typically I never write to anyone, just saw the connection. And I saw next to his name, I saw Drexel. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna email this guy because he has Drexel next to his name. And you know what's so great about this? We connected right away. And that was the day I went to Atlantic City. And Rogers, you remember this. I went to play the slots. I won $800. And yeah, and guess what? I donated right there on the boardwalk, $150 to Rogers Foundation, and he didn't believe I was going to do that. So he FaceTimed me to make sure I was real. So after he saw that I was on the boardwalk with my brother, he believed me, and then he saw the donation. So everything happens for a reason, and we're like a brother-sister team, and we are going to team up. And my personality, I said to him, I am coming to your amazing organization. I want to see what you do, because kudos to you, Rogers. You're 32. Happy birthday. He just turned 32. He has his own office. He runs such an amazing organization. And at your age, Rogers, kudos to you. And I want to help you just like you want to help me. And I believe my dad, this was my dad's way of saying, find your path, find what you love to do. And this is what's happening. And so that's why I wanted Rogers to come on, because I want everyone to know what he does. And believe it or not, it's 2:00 in the morning and he stayed up to come on. So my organization is doing really well, and I'm actually packing right now. I am leaving in 6 days, and I'm going to Kenya for the first time. And I'm super excited. And I know Rogers is too, that we can meet. I feel like we've known each other for years. Rogers, how long have we known each other now? Maybe 7 weeks?
Yeah, 7 weeks.
Can you believe it? And I owe it all to my dad. So I look at my dad's death as a new beginning for so many people in this world. So, oh, and by the way, this is Tracy. She's my VP on my board.
Yes.
So she's my right-hand lady. So this has just been the most incredible experience, and it's only getting bigger and better. And Rogers and I have a dream to open up a youth center, and we chose the name the Harmony Center. And the Harmony School was supposed to be the name of the school in Madagascar. And Harmony means, I'm sorry, my maiden name is Eintracht, which is German, which means harmony. And Rogers said, you know, if we can get this youth center going, let's name it the Harmony Center. I said, I love it. So here we are.
Here we are. So Roger, can you come on for a few minutes? You're in Kenya, is that right?
Yes, I'm in Kenya. Maybe I can just take a minute to introduce myself and what I do. So my name is Roger Sumolo. I run a youth-led organization. We work with the young people living with HIV and disability. Our aim is to reduce stigma associated with HIV and disability among young people. Because where I come from, young people living with HIV and disability are not able to access health services, education, and employment. So we came up with this program basically to ensure that they're able to access these services and that they're able to be embraced in the community and access these services without any form of stigma. So I'm so happy that we connected with Karen, and now I'm here just backing her up. Thank you so much.
Great, thanks for coming on. And Karen, I just want to go back because, you know, we had that meeting last Friday, and all the girls were so excited to bring dresses and flip-flops and personal things. But I love that you talked about when you came back that you were saying to your kids, don't complain about ABC. Tell me a little more about that.
Oh, yeah. So after watching many adults and children walking miles and miles for water that wasn't even clean, I never had a respect for water like I do now. So when I came home, every time my child had a glass of water, you better finish it. And you know how lucky you are? And you know, it only took you like 30 seconds to go to the fridge and get it. And so I made a big fuss of that, which they're like, oh, here she goes again. She's going to tell us again. And I also told them, don't ever say there's never food in the house, because so many people are hungry. And we we get up every day, we eat breakfast, we drink our coffee, we eat lunch, we eat dinner. We don't think that, but it's bad.
Mhm.
So it was important they knew that. And I showed them pictures.
Mhm.
I showed them pictures of, little girls doing laundry in the river. They understood.
Yeah.
Totally got it.
And it's the same river that livestock uses.
Yes.
So it's not just something that's, that they go to for their drinking water. It's also used for livestock. So animals are using the same rivers that they're using for their food and their drink and washing their clothes. And we Americans, we would look at that and we'd be like, nope.
Well, that's exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So I just want to, Renee just wanted to say that she had
Hi,
to leave,
Renee.
but,
Thank you for coming by.
yeah, she said she would be in.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's so sweet.
And I just want to go back and share a couple of the photos that I got that you.
Oh, my
I thought
girls.
this was great.
Yeah.
Here they are with this is the well that you got going. Is that right?
This was our first well, and that was the first time they had clean water ever. It was the biggest deal. And then the woman dancing, she was so grateful. Is it the same woman? No, not. She was so grateful to get a drawstring bag, a pair of underwear, a toothbrush, toothpaste, a little bit of soap, and a new shirt. And they danced and danced and danced for me. And again, I wish everyone could go on missionary trips like this. Our world would be such a great place. This woman here, this is my favorite picture. I don't know. Can you guys see it?
All right, wait a minute. Let me transfer.
Wait,
back
you
to
have to, I want everyone to, this is one of my favorite shots.
Okay,
This
bring
woman here,
in the
she's
middle.
probably, no, how old is she? Like 50 or 60?
There you go. Okay, yeah.
Okay. This was the first time she received a gift in her lifetime. She never received a gift, and her face says it all.
Yeah.
With her drawstring bag and a pair of underwear and the toothbrush and the toothpaste. So until you're there and you see, and it doesn't have to be there, you can go somewhere closer. You can go somewhere where other people are suffering as well. I just wish this missionary trip was for everyone, whether it's, India, Mexico, wherever. And yeah, so these are some of my pictures. There's the dance. Mm-hmm. The whole entire village put on a dance for me. It was unbelievable.
And I loved all the dresses lined up.
Yeah, that's why I started the dress program.
Get your,
Whoops, go ahead.
Open up your phone and show them the suitcase we just.
Oh, yeah. So the dress here.
We've been spending the evening packing for Karen's trip next week. And her floor downstairs is literally covered.
Wait, can you show everyone?
Is covered. So that's.
Oops, wait. Oops, sorry. Wait, can you
help me?
Here, Tracy will show.
I'm gonna make it bigger.
Yeah. We are in hot mess mode.
So this.
Wow.
That is what we're working with packing for Karen's trip.
Oh.
So that this is from all the donations and everything that we've received so far. So we've been spending the evening organizing and packing that to make its way to Madagascar next week. see, where's
And for Roger's organization, thank goodness I can ship items to him. So I have some beautiful women's dresses I put aside, and which I didn't tell Rogers yet,
Mhm.
but they're going to get shipped to them as well. So yeah, all of us should go on a missionary trip. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a 15-hour flight. It can be anywhere. But I always think of the ET heart when it just glows, because that's what it truly feels like that. And we are truly blessed. And if we can bless them in any way, especially the dresses, it's life changing. So I'm having a fashion show when I go back. I am. And I'm going to make sure World News Tonight somehow gets a hold of it. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make sure that everyone gets what they deserve.
Great. So there was a 2-minute video that I sent out this morning to everyone, and I'm going to send it again in the replay that Channel 6 ABC News did with you. That was great.
Yeah, one of my former teachers wrote to them. That was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah.
We had a good time. And they really focused on the dresses because, like I said, think about it. If you're a little girl or a woman who's just always dirty and you just don't feel good about yourself, and you can put on that beautiful dress, the difference it makes you feel. And if that can help them while waiting for clean water, yeah, it gets them through the day a little bit better.
So Karen, you also mentioned that there was a challenge currently with doing the wells. There's a drought. You talked about that briefly last week.
Oh, of course. So when we built the water wells, which are sustainable through rainwater, it was rainy season, so they had plenty of water. Well, it's drought season, and now I'm frustrated because they're back to square one.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to raise as much funds as I can to give them water, like wells. I would love to have satellite wells like they have at the camp. Because when I go to the camp, which is a half an hour drive away, well, our showers are run by satellites.
No, I don't. Wait. I don't understand that. Explain that more. How are they run by satellites?
So the satellites, the satellites give off electricity, so it helps the machines run. So that's how you're able to pump water. But the villagers who built the rain sustainable wells can't do that. So my goal is to get at least, if I can get 100,000, and I'm not asking you guys for that, but if we get 100,000, that's the goal, then a lot of the villagers can get that because I can hire professionals
to create the satellite that the
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So that's the goal. So I'm hoping when I go back in 6, 7, 8, by the time I get there, I'm hoping there will be rain. And if not, I'll be okay. They're okay. But we will get where we need to go because I'm not stopping. We're not stopping until they are heard. They need to be heard.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're doing a great job, and it's just so exciting to hear your story. I mean, you were so close to your dad, and to lose him that way was just really affected your heart. And this event has turned your heart around, and he's provided this opportunity not only for
Sure
you,
did.
but
I
for
couldn't have
all the
done it without
people.
him.
Yeah, couldn't have done it.
He's my lifesaver. He really has not only helped me, but he's saving lives. And I cannot wait for the little girl. Well, I can't wait for everyone because I have shirts and shorts for the boys too and the men. But they keep asking when I'm coming back. So soon I'll be there. So I will videotape the truck as we get closer to the village because they know in that truck will be clothes for them. They know it's coming.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and Tracy, I know you're in the background folding the dresses, organizing, and we had a chance to meet you at the lunch last Friday as well. You're both doing a great job. Thank you. And Roger, what was it, 2 a.m. in Kenya? But it was
I know.
great. He
Isn't
came
he the
on.
best?
Yeah.
And he's a cook
great.
too. Right, Rogers? Is Roger still
I
on?
think he left.
Oh, I think Roger's left.
Yeah, I
Rogers-
think he did
He
leave.
went to bed.
Oh, sorry.
He
I'm
did
still
leave
here.
that box. He thanked
I'm
us,
here.
had a good time.
He's there. He's there.
Ah, I was about to say Rogers is a chef, right? You're going to cook me some good food, right?
Yes, I'm still here. I will looking forward to hosting you and basically
my-
learning more from what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to cook. What's the bread you're cooking me? Shanti? What's it called?
Chapati.
Shabati?
Yes.
Shabati.
Yes.
Shabati. I think I've had shabati. It's delicious.
So,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah. It's going to be fun.
So Karen, thank you so much for sharing your story. And we're going to continue to share this around. Safe travel. I know they're all waiting anxiously for you. Yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. And
Thank you.
I'm sorry I didn't really get a chance to see anyone's face. So,
Okay, well, we had a few technical difficulties, but not to worry. We'll get around to everybody, okay?
I would love that. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And thank you for allowing Philowell to tell their story. It means so much.
Yes, I agree. I'm trying to get us back to gallery here. Share thumbnail. Share small. Oh,
Oh, sweet.
okay, great. Okay, I found the right button. Okay, so let me, Peggy, I'm glad you got on. I want to talk to you before we end because I know that you and Jordan have had a really tough time. How are things going? Didn't sound too great from your last.
No, it's not great. Everything's chaos and all that stuff, but that happens. But anyway, I think he's going on hospice tomorrow.
Okay,
So he's not good. They said they'll give him a lot of more services. So hopefully they can give him some comfort. And it's a bad scene. I think he just gave up. He knows exactly what's going on, but he doesn't want to eat. He eats a few bites and very depressed. And it's very sad to watch him. But I don't know. No, what else can we do for him? I don't know. I don't know what to say or do anymore. I don't know.
well, how about you? How are you doing? Because this has been an exhausting situation for you to handle.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm making it through. There must be somebody's helping me from a spiritual realm or something, or else I would have been totally lost it by now. I'm hanging on. There's a
Okay,
lot going on. I mean, in all aspects, nothing in the whole situation worked out. Well, the house did sell, didn't go to settlement yet. So that's one good thing out of the way, but everything else is all challenging, put it that way, in the midst of trying to take care of him and getting, I don't know what else to do for him. I think it's basis of depression, and he just doesn't want to live that way anymore. It's a horrible, no quality of life. It's demoralizing, and he just can't stand it.
yeah, I can understand that. Very proud man, understandably, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good man. Well, we're going to continue to keep both of you in our prayers. You're in the
you.
prayer bowl, and of course, we'll be working with that in just a little while. So I just want to go back and I want to share again a couple things. These are, great pictures that Karen shared. And, the one with this lady dancing was particularly colorful. You can see how excited she is with her hat.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really great.
Oh, yeah.
So I just want to mention to everyone again that there is something called this quantitative transmission imaging. It will replace mammograms. You can go on this link. I'll send the link separately. And so far, I only saw them available right now in California and Arizona, but everything moves from west to east, and hopefully it won't take too long for this to come. There's no compression, no pain, no radiation, and the resolution is 40 times the resolution of an MRI. So this should be something wonderful coming, that women will be able to have quality scanning without what we've been doing with mammograms. And we're also going to be working with lymphatic drainage soon. We're studying that now. We have somebody set up that's working with us, and we're going to get the room set up, and we'll let you know when that's available. It's a great for detoxing. It's great for edema. It's just really great for your overall health. I think I said before that Dr. Gerald Lamole, who is retired now from Jefferson as a head of cardiology, is actually Dr. Oz's father-in-law. And he encouraged Dr. Oz to go into the field of cardiac thoracic surgery. And he wrote a little book years ago, and he said in there, after 20,000 heart surgeries, I can tell you that if you can keep your lymphatic system clear, you can prevent 70% of illness. And that's a pretty strong statement. So what we don't always know is that we have more lymph in the body than blood, but the blood has a pump, the heart. With lymph, we have to literally move the body to get that lymph flowing. So we'll talk more about that when we actually get it up, set up and actually running. We do have the BioWell up and running. So before and after your session, you can get a scan, and you'll see this little camera here. And what you actually do, you put each finger on the right and the left hand in, and it takes a picture of the light emanating from your fingers. And then we hit analyze, and it shows you your energy like this, your chakras, your organs. It's very amazing technology developed by a scientist in Russia. We're also working with something called the Brain Tap. It's a way that you can actually use this jazzy headset, or you can just download the app and listen to some great meditations for sleep, for relaxation, weight loss, just generally focus, concentration, whatever it is you want. So we'll tell you more about that too. And of course, the EES Center is our hours are there, cellular regeneration, reduce your inflammation, boost your cells, enhance your immune system, and it also detoxifies the body and recharges and really rejuvenates the entire body's energy system. We have a lot of nice testimonials on the website. A reminder to please create your own personal prayer bowl. There's a link here, YouTube. It's only a 7-minute video, exactly how to do that. And it's great. Everybody needs to have a little prayer bowl in their house. As people contact you and tell you they need prayers, you just write it on your Post-it note, fold it over, and I throw it right in the prayer bowl. So people let me know. Many times they contact me by email and let me know who to put in the prayer bowl. And of course, as we always do, each time that we're on, we're doing our group healings that are literally magical and very powerful. So anytime that there's somebody in your family or somebody you'd like to help, just a couple of you from wherever you are, you don't have to be together in the same place. Energy has no boundary. Your intention is to just send in love and energy for the highest purpose, highest good to that person. We're not trying to fix them or take something away. We're just offering healing for the highest purpose and letting the body's own innate healing wisdom do the rest. So we have our list. We started out with page 1 and page 2, page 3. We're on page 4. And of course, this is a great fear has 2 meanings, forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And these are some information about upcoming classes. Reminder that we have the infrared sauna as well at our EES location. And remote healing with scalar wave energy right in the EES room. Okay, so I want to come back. Okay, so I just want to take a few moments before we go to our prayer bowl, and I want to find out if anybody has any comments that they want to make or questions that they have. Let me know, please unmute yourself. Okay. Got a lot of nice thank yous from everybody. So any comments that anybody would like to make or questions that you have? So let me just ask this. How is everybody surviving with all of this political chaos that's going on that we have in the country? By the way, Pam Younghans is reminding us that we are having these M-class solar flares, which affects us physically, emotionally. I think space.com or NASA said that they originally expected the year 2025 to be the major year for M-class solar flares, but apparently they've moved it up and they think that 2024 is the year that this is happening. So just to be aware of that, if you feel, irritable or upset or nervous, check space or nasa.com and see if the M-class solar flares are active, because remember, they're heat and they're red and they're fire. So we certainly have a lot of fire going on right now in the US for sure. Yeah. Okay, anything else anybody wants to comment on before we go to prayer? So Peggy, we're going to put you and Jordan first. We're going to send prayers just first for the 2 of you, okay? And then we'll go to the bowl, all right? I want to mention that we have Krista on tonight. Krista Texel got her iPhone working. She's been dealing with a difficult sinus infection, and I sent her the info tonight, and she promised to come on. She'll be here with us. So she's also in the prayer bowl for us.
Sit up. You want it in a cup or here?
Okay.
I want to drink.
Sit up though.
All them.
Right here.
Are you going to get me the humidifier?
So
Can I do it before I go to bed?
you can just relax.
Are you sitting up? What are you doing?
Okay, so here is the giant prayer bowl. I'm going to go on speaker so you can see it. So here is the giant prayer bowl. I can hardly hold it anymore. It's so big. And I want to thank everyone for the prayers for my grandson a couple of weeks ago, he did have the eye surgery for his lazy eye, and he's back to fishing, and everything is good. I was down to see them for a little while last week or the week before. Just amazing how great it is when you're young, how fast you heal. Okay, so let's just close our eyes and take in a breath. And the first set of special prayers tonight is for Jordan going into hospice and Peggy to give her the strength to move through this situation that she's been dealing with. They've been together for many years, so it's very difficult, as she said, to see him so depressed and just so distraught. So let's just first hold Peggy and Jordan in a place of love and care for whatever healing outcome can be for both of them. So take a breath in and just let go. And we just want to hold them in our heart through this difficult time. And now we're going to add in everyone in the prayer bowl. And remember that all of us are in the prayer bowl as well. Sending love and compassion and care for the highest purpose and the highest good of everyone here. So we're just opening our hearts. As we know, the greatest healer is love. So I want to thank everyone for joining us, and we wish Karen and Philip safe travel. You will get a copy of the PowerPoint, so all the information, you can go on her website, philawell.org, O-R-G, and learn more about what she does. If anybody wants to donate anything, you'll find information there. And we'll continue to pray for everyone in the bowl, and Peggy will certainly hold you in a special place, you and Jordan. And Krista, hopefully the sinus will be completely healed. go. So thank you, everyone. And we're rounding to the end of summer, heading into August next weekend. So I'll see you, I think, almost the end of August. Thanks for coming. Good night.
Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
Good night, Elsie.